By the end of the Clone Wars, Obi Wan is one of the greatest Jedis of his era. He is very powerful in the Force, with his lightsaber, and with diplomacy. He has achieved great feats, such as defeating Darth Maul and Anakin Skywalker. Despite this, he has one big weakness, one great failure, and that is his failure to properly train Anakin. Anakin was a young boy who was lost. He left his home and his mom to be with the Jedi Order. Yet he was old enough to understand and miss his mom, but not old enough to go without a parent. Anakin needed another parent, and Obi-Wan did not fill that role. Obi-Wan, like he says in Revenge of the Sith, was like Anakin's brother, and not a father figure. This is why the Duel of the Fates is so important, as it marks Anakin's fate. If Qui-Gon had survived, he would have been the father figure that Anakin needed, which would have led him towards the light side, and not the dark. Obi-Wan's failure to train Anakin is what leads him to the dark side. Since Obi-Wan was not a father figure, someone else had to be, and that someone ended up being Palpatine. Palpatine became the father figure for Anakin, and not Obi-Wan. This leads to Anakin trusting Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith, and it is a big reason for his downfall. If Obi-Wan became a father figure for Anakin, Anakin would not have relied as much on Palpatine, and he would have trusted Obi-Wan and the Jedi more. However, Obi-Wan is a wise and powerful Jedi, so how did he fail Anakin? Well, there are two main reasons for this. The first one is that he was too young. Obi-Wan was just 25 years old, and he had just become a Jedi Knight. He didn't even have to pass the trial. His trial was him defeating Darth Maul. He didn't have any experience in this sort of matter, and he himself was not experienced enough through life. He was not ready to take on a Padawan learner, especially not Anakin, who already had a life, and who was different from everyone else. Anakin was a special case, which Obi-Wan didn't know what to do. He made him seem like he was normal, when in fact he was different from all the other Padawans. The second reason he failed Anakin was because he didn't want Anakin as his Padawan learner. It is made clear in The Phantom Menace that Obi-Wan doesn't care for Anakin. He compares him to Jar Jar by saying, "Why do I have the feeling we just picked up another pathetic life form?" He calls Anakin a pathetic life form and then proceeds to become his master. And why did Obi-Wan train Anakin, even when Yoda said no? It is because Qui-Gon told him to. His own father figure's dying words were to promise him that he would train the boy, so Obi-Wan followed through on his promise to his dying father by training Anakin, the boy that Obi-Wan had no love for. Eventually, they created a strong bond, but it is not strong enough compared to the bond that Anakin has with Palpatine. Obi-Wan is too much like Anakin's friend, instead of his father. Qui-Gon was the father figure that Anakin needed, but instead he got Obi-Wan as a brother, and that led him to the dark side. If Obi-Wan didn't fail Anakin as a Padawan, he could have prevented millions from dying. It is by far his greatest failure, and one of the most important tasks in all of Star Wars. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and comment down below how you think Anakin would have turned out if Obi-Wan was a better father figure. Would things have been different, or would Anakin's downfall happen no matter what? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and click the video on screen to see more great Star Wars and Obi-Wan content. But apart from that, have a great day.